Welcome to another Rusty Rails rail fanning adventure. On March 13th, 2023, we made a trip to the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. In this video, we will show off a walking tour of Grand Junction, the display yard, and in East Chattanooga, the turntable demonstration and shop tour. We'll start off with Grand Junction. From the parking lot, go through the display yard towards the big brick building. Grand Junction is where you'll buy your ticket for the Missionary Ridge Local. The cost for the train ride is $24 for adults and $15 for kids, aged 2 to 12. They do offer cab rides for an extra charge.
Thank you.
Grand Junction Depot houses the ticket counter, a gift shop, and the Depot Deli, where you can grab a snack.
Do you want cheese? Yes.
Please, Becky Baker for the Dakota Memorial
Out through those two double doors is the boarding area for the train. Our next area that we'll be looking at is their display yard that they have at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. If you listen closely, you can hear 4501 in the background. here's something that wasn't open the last time we were at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. It's a recent addition. It is a exhibit building of railroad artifacts. You'll have to walk across the parking lot to get to the exhibit building. Where the two orange cones are is the beginning of the trail to the exhibit building. Inside the exhibit building shows the history of the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum and the surrounding railroads that ran through Chattanooga. Our next tours are in East Chattanooga. First, we will experience the turntable demonstration, followed by the shop tour.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, well, first of all, welcome to East Chattanooga. As you can see, we've quite literally reached the end of the 3 miles of track donated to us by the Southern Railway. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we do have 2 options from this point. First of all, we can either A, run our train all the way back to Grand Junction Station in reverse, or B, we can use our turntable and we can rotate our locomotive 180 degrees for the return trip to Grand Junction. I'm not sure about you guys, but I think it sounds like a lot more fun to use our turntable. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, it's not that early. We can do better. I said, what do you guys think? That's much better. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. Now, today we're going to be using our 1916 built turntable. This turntable here was built by the American Bridge and Iron Company in Ambridge, Pennsylvania. It was built for the Central Georgia Railway. So this turntable would operate in 2 locations. First of all, it would operate in in Macon, Georgia. And then it would be used in Cedartown, Georgia, a little later in its career. Now, we would acquire this turntable in the late 1970s. We moved to this location, and it would receive a $100,000 overhaul. Now, this turntable's first day of service here at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum was July 4th, 1982. We've happily used the turntable pretty much every weekend since then. Now, this turntable here is 80 feet long, and it weighs in at 80 tons. Your locomotive today, the 4501, with a full load of coal and water, weighs in at about 216 tons. Taking the overall weight from the two, just around 296 tons. Ladies and gentlemen, think about that number for just a moment. 296 tons. Those ships off, the average fully loaded school bus only weighs in at about 16 tons. Now they're thinking, Justin, where in the world are you going with this? It's cold out here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, remember that number, 296 tons, and I tell you that this turntable, yes, this very turntable, would have originally been turned by hand. Upon completion in 1916, this would have been built as an Armstrong table. Now, there would have been a set of poles extending from each corner of our turntable, and it would have been taking at least 4 people to completely turn the table around. Now, do I have any volunteers in my audience today? Anybody? I have 1, thank you, ma'am. Can I get a second? I have 2, thank you. I have 3, and since you volunteered, hurry, I have 4. Well, to the 4 people that volunteered, we thank you. As today, you're going to be serving as emotional support for our trainman, Jonathan. Everybody say hi, Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan. How you doing?
Everybody say thank you, Jonathan. As Jonathan will be turning all 296 tons of this locomotive and turntable all by himself. So what do you guys think? You guys just about to risk the tongue-tied there. You guys ready to see him do it? All right, Jonathan, we're ready when you are. That was a major tongue-tie.
Heard that. Cold, bud.
Yes, sir. Now, the way they were able to turn this turntable by, and even the way we're able to turn it by motor today is by ensuring that the table is balanced. Now, in the center of the turntable, there is a 6-foot in diameter ball bearing. Now, your engineer Brian has found all but 216 tons that locomotive over that little 6-foot ball bearing. Now with the 4501, it's just a little bit more difficult. The 4501 here is actually 5 feet longer than the turntable itself. The 4501 is 85 feet long and the turntable is 80 feet. There's going to be about 2.5 feet of overhang on each side of our turntable this morning. Now, because of this overhang, we do have to ask everyone to please remain well behind that yellow safety line. You see pins on the ground in front of you. Once again, please do remain well behind that yellow safety line. Just because the 45 on one side here, you do have to take this spot the locomotive on our train station. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning I'm very proud to tell you a little bit about my favorite locomotive, Southern Railway number 4501. Now the 4501 was built in 1911 by the Golden Locomotive Works in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That was built for use on the Southern Railway as a freight hauling locomotive. And the 4501 here was the first of 182 tennesse product cycles of the Southern Railway. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're expecting most of them to be one similar to the Mikado. Now, the Mikado version is so close to the election. That's 2 small paddle wheels on one locomotive, 8 more driving wheels, and 2 small trailing wheels connecting under the cab. Well, like I told you a few moments ago, the 4501 here was the first of 182 of those tennesse Mikados built with the Southern Railway. Now, of 182 locomotives, only one was not a two-track report, and it was the owned for the Road Mikados, the 4501 here. Now, the Southern Railway would retire the 4501 here in 1947 in favor of a modern diesel electric locomotive. The 4501 would then be sold to Kentucky and Tennessee Railway based out of Stearns, Kentucky. It would operate as a coal-hauling locomotive up until 1964, when it was once again retired in favor of a diesel electric. Now, the 4501 would be purchased by the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum for preservation in 1964. The locomotive was called Jacksonville's home ever since. We must now line our locomotive up with track number 2 while our train sits on track number 1. That is so we can perform what is known as a runaround. Now what that means is that our locomotive is going to go past our train and then through a switch. The locomotive will then reverse back through that switch and recouple to the end of our train. So it was the front, is now the back, and vice versa. So ladies and gentlemen, that will just about conclude our turntable demonstration. How about a quick round of applause for our crew today, as we couldn't have done it without them. So ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you would like, you can now follow me back to our restoration shop. We'll have the next segment of our tour. Now, if you don't wish to visit the restoration shop, you're more than welcome to reboard the train at this time. But for those who would like the restoration shop, will right this way with me. Into our much warmer back shop. Now, those within the shop that are responsible for restoring, maintaining, and inspecting our equipment. Now, I know a few time constraints. I'm going to have to try to keep it short in here, but we'll still try to teach you a little bit about some things. Now, there are 2 projects inside of our restoration shop I'd like to show you today. Would you guys like to see those projects?
Yeah.
I only heard one note that time. That's excellent. So we'll start right here behind me. This right here is none other than Southern Railway number 3164. Now, the 3164 here was built in 1925 by the Pullman Company, and it was built for the Southern Railway. Now, as you can see, this car is a dining car. This car was built to operate on trains such as the Southern or the Crescent, the Tennessee, and trains much like that. fully operational, although it is currently receiving a few modifications to allow it to become a perfect dining car. It's receiving a few paint touch-ups on the interior and things like that, and it should be back on our dinner trains within the next week or two. Now, we do have dinner trains running from now until November here at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. Now, we do also have a couple of special dinner trains, such as our Christmas dinner train and our Valentine's dinner train. Now, we do also run 2 on New Year's Eve. If you'd like to know a little more about our dinner trains, just check out our website, www.tvrail.com. But like I said, we hope to have this dining car out of the shop within the next couple of weeks or so. Now, to do me a favor, direct your attention directly behind the 3164. Do you guys see that locomotive back there? That is what I believe to be one of the best running diesel electric locomotives on our railroad. That is the beautiful ex-United States Army number 1829. Now, the 1829 back there was built in 1951 by the Electromotive Division of General Motors. That locomotive back there was built for the United States Army. It is a GP7 locomotive, GP meaning general purpose. That locomotive could be used in freight or passenger services. Now, the locomotive back there was, like I said, built for the United States Army, and it would be used for switching purposes at the Kingston Munitions Plant based out of Kingsport, Tennessee. Now, eventually, the United States Army would have no need to switch their own freight cars, so they would surplus the 1829 back there, and they would sell it at auction in the 1990s. Now, folks, remember the 1990s. We purchased that locomotive at that surplus auction for the mere price of only $250. That's right, folks. We bought a running 1,500 horsepower locomotive cheaper than you could have bought a laptop back then. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that locomotive back there is fully operational. It's currently in our shop. They're receiving some generally scheduled maintenance, and it should be out of the shop in the next 2 weeks or so. Now, folks, this shop is what many people believe to be the backbone of our operation. Folks, it's in this shop that we preserve not only railroad equipment, we also preserve something much more important. Who can tell me what we preserve inside of this very shop here? History, that's absolutely right. Now, folks, whose history is this? Our history, that's right. Ladies and gentlemen, these pieces of equipment you see today, these pieces of equipment are my history. These pieces of equipment are your history. Ladies and gentlemen, these pieces of equipment you see today are our American history. Folks, here at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum, we see it crucially important to the future of our nation to preserve this American history. Now, folks, these pieces of equipment have been vital to the industrialization of our United States. They've aided in our nation's war efforts. They made our daily travel more efficient and safer. And overall, they've allowed our United States to become the industrial superpower which we are today. Now, folks, it's not just physical artifacts that we preserve here at the museum. We also preserve something that I will argue is 10 times more important than any piece of equipment ever built. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the passion which drives it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's here at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum that we are constantly passing the torch of historic preservation down to future generations. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to see a perfect example of passing the torch down to future generations, look no further than your tour guide that's flagging you today. Folks, today I'm not ashamed to tell you that I'm standing tall at 18 years old. Now, I've been a member of this museum for the past 6 years of my life. I started volunteering in special events at the age of 12. And I've worked my way up to train crew. And folks, throughout the past 6 years of my life, I've learned one lesson that many of my generation have not. And quite frankly, one that many of my generation don't seem to care to learn. And ladies and gentlemen, that lesson is the crucial importance of the preservation of our nation's history. Folks, I could stand up here for days and days on end telling you just why it's important to preserve this American history. But folks, let's face it, none of us want to stand that long. So I'd like to leave you guys with one brief phrase today. You guys ready? Ladies and gentlemen, today in this day and age, if you have a nation that does not preserve its history, and a nation that does not teach its history, you are only doomed to repeat it. And folks, that's just why I hope you're here today. Hope you guys came out to learn a little bit of our nation's railway history. If nothing else, hope I've been able to show you why it's important to preserve it. But above all else, I hope you guys had a good time on the Missionary Ridge Local today. What do you guys think? You guys had a good time today? All right, that is just what we like to hear. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that will just about wrap up our shop tour. I do appreciate you guys kind of bearing with me. My voice is a little bit weaker. I'm having some issues with my left vocal cord, but I think we still did all right. So at this time, I'm going to invite you guys back to the train to reboard or to visit our depot. We want to thank you all so much for riding with us, and we'll see you back on board. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. I hope you liked what you saw. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And ring the notification bell to be notified about my future uploads.